Welcome to the Sunday stream. Gonna start right off with some handstands. It's a little bit too much delay here. Let me have a look. Let's see. Oh, I forgot the nonsense. So. Yeah, I think now the delay is not that high. Okay, good. Gonna start off with the handstand. We're gonna do around 2 minutes in total, so probably 2 times 1 minute. Gonna get right into it. Find your balance, knees together, toes pointed, push out of the shoulder, slight bend in your hip. Rest in, so you breathe into your back. Keep on breathing, look between your fingers and evenly spread the weight on them. Then you just want to stand there. Nice and relaxing. Nothing to see here. Just a man standing around. As I just remember that I didn't change the title, so I'm not gonna do that in a second. You're out controlled. Change the title again. There we go. Gonna keep the mic up again now. I mean, it's nice to talk through a handstand, but then I would have to sit down or stay down that I can keep talking. Gonna start off like we ended last time with some good coffee. We have the right energy from the beginning. I started doing what I was talking about last on Friday, where that's my second coffee now, and it will be the last for the day. I'm only drinking green tea in the afternoon. Still need the coffee in the morning, especially. That will be the last thing I keep, because I want to be kind of awake, literally. And I'm also not really a morning person, so even though I stood up around 11, it still was like, oh no, I don't want to stand up this early. Getting ready for the second set here. For a weird reason it was hard to stand in. Oh. Not sure why. Quite a hard time holding the balance there. Although I felt I had a good push from the shoulders. Couldn't distribute the weight throughout all the fingers. Was a little bit more on the palm of the hand, on the backside, instead of the fingers. Gonna remove it really quick. But we managed. What's that? So good to go to straddle holds. Now I have to look up how long I did. I think 1 minute. Oh, we didn't do any holds. We did the movement. Oh, yeah, let's do the movement. I like the movement, actually. Is the top light on? Not much difference. There's like a little bit of a weird lighting day for me, because I have slight light from the outside. So my lighting here and on top doesn't help that much. It's a little bit more dark outside, it helps a lot. Okay, I would have to switch up the camera position and everything to have a different lighting setup that would work better. We'll see. Goal here is now we're going into straight, go down for 5 seconds until we reach our straddle position, hold there for 5, go back up for 5 seconds, and then do this 3 times in total. Okay, 1 go, nice. Yeah, that's the way to go. Now we only need the same good sets on the second half. Remember last week we did a lot of wizard stuff. Just have a normal one that you can get really cheap. I think perfectly still would be just a wooden stick there. If you go to a gym or something, you sometimes see them, or they have some. Depending on how good the gym is. So, gonna do a side bending with the staff above our head. So that should help us keep a better line. Other side. And that was just for fun. Yeah, the stuff helps you to keep your arms a little bit more locked normally. You can also do it with a weight, so it's more of a workout instead of a stretch then. Don't think it's necessarily helpful, but it might be something if you on the more bendy side and want to increase your strength, then having a weight above your head probably helps you. I was thinking of trying to do a little bit more of weightlifting again, so I increase my muscle mass and my strength. I think my shoulders are a little bit small currently. Most importantly, your side. I don't know how they call it, side glutes. No, side glutes is something totally different. I forgot the name for them. Have to look it up. Are we on side bending? I think so. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. I'm gonna do at least 10 seconds on each side. Probably something around 20 instead of 30 or 15. So between 15 and 20. If I can do 115 set, I'm really happy. If I can do 10, I probably will do 2 10s. It was 12. Not sure what I want to do now. Maybe to attempt to give myself a challenge here. Let's try the same thing on the right side, and then I want to do one left 8 seconds, go back up, right 8 seconds, and go back in the middle, like both in one go. It's going really well, even though I'm quite rushing everything, so then we have more time to spend on the skills works. After this exercise we do fingertip holds, wall walks and side bends, wall walks free. Not sure if I wanna, when to incorporate the slide out stuff. We'll see when I get the fingertip holds. Come on. It's just stupid. I think I was too worried and too focused on not sliding out with the left. I was really concentrating on that instead of getting the left leg down, because I think it was high, and maybe the right leg a little bit more towards the back instead of front down. Don't like this one. We'll do the attempt of both sides. See how it goes. Then we decide if we want to do the right side again or not. Because it was around 8 seconds. But with a fallout. If I remember correctly, I was going to do at least a 10-second hold where I got back out, then I counted into a straight. I'm not sure which side I want to start on. I want to start left, go right. I think right is still the stronger side, so doing that second is probably a better choice. So let's try left. Go down left for, hold it for 8 seconds, go back in the middle and go down right. So. That I have a really good day today. Our side bending is starting to get easier and easier. I think it was a little bit high on this one, so I didn't go as deep as I could. Which I already guessed in my mind, because my body just followed my mind. I was like, okay, don't want to go too low, so that I can go back out and go to the other side. A little bit of self-lying, or not necessarily lying. I think I was way more focused on achieving the set I want to do instead of trying to improve it. Well, mostly mind stuff now. I wasn't confident enough that I could go down to the deepest and get back out and go to the other side then. Gonna do one more right side. I currently would have 8 and 8. So 12 left and 8 right, and on both sides an 8 together. Really not sure. I want to do one deep hold and get back up so I can I wasn't pushing hard enough and I shifted to the side. And I felt the weight here on the outside. Like here, around here, the weight. So I don't want to have the weight out on the outside. I want to still be in the middle of the body. I'm gonna take a break and try again. Normally it's left side that has the problems for today, right? Interesting. Will be really interesting on the free walks and on the fingertip holds too. We'll see how it goes there. Okay. That's where I tried to go too deep, I think, or no. I'm not even too deep. I did twice the shift. So both sets, my weight was going over the shoulder. On the first one, I think I just lost a little bit of the concentration and then fell out. And on the two attempts now I was a little bit shifting towards the side instead of tapping. I don't even know why I did it. I think I pushed a little bit too much with left. And with that, the right shoulder thought, okay, I have to move a little bit sideways outside so I can make room for you. So I tried to concentrate on the inside, rotating the shoulder a little bit more forward. Happens. Okay. So we take a break. No. Now we're gonna do fingertip holds next. Long time no see, I guess. We'll see how it goes. The focus again that I don't do, you should do elbow step at one time, so like push from the shoulders, side bending, and then go up to the fingertips, which I probably just gonna do a side bend first, like I did now, and then go up to the fingers slowly, and go into a deeper side bend with that. Trying to hold it. Can I show you sideways again? Feeling quite good at doing it this way currently. I don't want to switch it up to front. No, it shouldn't matter which way you do a handstand, but I recommend, especially in the beginning or when you work on something, do it always the same, so you get a good, because just rotating might set you off again where you don't find the right balance and your body is getting used to certain movements. you know, okay, that's at this point I should know, okay, as long as it goes sideways this way and this way, there's nothing in my way. I did it before. There was nothing that I touched. There was nothing I fell on. So it's safe to do. If I do it this way again, my body might not be sure, okay, is it safe to do it or not? It's a small difference, it's really small, but it can have huge impacts. So don't underestimate stuff like this. The same if you do in the beginning, if you start off the first time on your blocks, you feel like you cannot do any handstands. You're gonna jump up so often because you need a little bit more of the jump. If you do the kick up. And then again, if you stop doing blocks then again and start doing on the floor, you might have a problem getting up in the floor. That's what happened to me in the beginning, where doing it on blocks, after a while, it was like maybe for 15 minutes or so, I could stand quite good on the blocks. Then I wanted to do something without the blocks again, and it took me around 10 minutes again to get a handstand in. Be careful about tiny stuff. And there's a good saying that doesn't apply, I think, in handstands. What Arnold Schwarzenegger said when he was training, you want to shock the muscle, so you want to, when you train for strength, you want your muscle not to be used to the exercise. So every time you switch up something, your muscle will not be used to the exercise, so less weight means more, or not less weight means necessarily more training, but it will train a little bit better because your muscle is not used to it. If you do curls, after a while it feels like, okay, you can increase every time the weight. But if you switch it up the grip or do something else, you might stay on the same weight but get a better workout. And in handstands it's a little bit different, or body weight. You want your body to get used to certain movements. So the more you repeat it, the better your body will get at it. It's more true for like sports in general, that's not necessarily weightlifting. You wanna not get used to bad habits, but you wanna get used to a certain feeling. But you train so you can recall it while doing a match or whatever. I think you're available now. Oh, I rotated. Oh, interesting. Such a nice push that I got from left side now. You shouldn't have tried to lift up the hand, to be honest. It had such a good balance on left. Felt like I could even push out more. Just to show me that I normally should be able to do that in side bending too. But The second I got up on fingertips, I suddenly had a feeling, okay, yeah, now I can open up the shoulder way more. Also I struggled in the beginning when I did the fingertip up. I had a little bit of a like wobble left right until I catched myself again. I'd have gone a little bit too fast here. And then didn't wait for the weight of the right hand to get away, so yeah, that's, I didn't, that's probably true, because otherwise I shouldn't be able to push out that much more, because if I'm already pushed out in this position, I shouldn't have any weight on left, right, and there it should be easier. Be like, okay, I don't have any weight here, so I can now go up to the fingers just by lifting the palm off the floor. Let's see how the right side goes. Doing the same thing again. I already with left I pushed myself over instead of just going more to a straight line. I'm going to the side. Weirdly. Or weirdly. Just weird. I had to put so much weight into the fingertips there on left that I don't fall out. I didn't have that on left. Might had to stop myself from rotating. That's what probably nobody wanted to do, and didn't like the side bend either. I think it felt like I'm still in the middle here, so instead of my shoulder being here, my shoulder was just a light slap bend here instead of just like slap bend. It's the right bend. Trying another one anyway, so let's see how the second one goes. I wonder if it's something to do with the right shoulder. Right shoulder's a little bit fatigued or something like that. Shouldn't be the case after 1 week of rest. Didn't be the first week already being fatigued. It should just be no, I mean fatigued is not the baddest thing, I think, because the third training of the week. Still should feel still refreshed and not exhausted. Well, we're trying left side again. This time without the fingertip lift. Still going up to fingertips, but I'm not gonna lift up the hand here. Not the way I wanted to go out, necessary. But enough control. But I really feel it on the top here, that the weight got here from rotation. I liked it way more. I didn't have any problem going up to the fingertips. Around 5 seconds or so, suddenly didn't have any weight on the inside, or didn't have that much weight here. That was a little bit weird, and I couldn't get the weight back there, so still had weight there, but I normally am glued with the thumb and the point finger to the floor, and I had a feeling of like, okay, the palm might go off there a little bit, like there can come air in here. It's not airtight, which would be bad if I attempted a one arm. Yes, the inside is what's keeping you from falling over. Even though the rest of the hand of course helps you, but most important is the inside, because if you have to weight on the outside of your hand, you have to keep your whole body on the side. You want these the 3 fingers here and the outside of the palm as a supporter, and the inside as the working fingers, or I don't know how to say it now. The inside should be where the weight is, so you don't fall over to the side. How long have we been here? About 15. About 15 minutes. Okay, that's good. Sure, if I pressed the refresh, I didn't look at. Looks good. Still around 30 seconds, then we attempt the second set on right. I didn't write down the left side, so. Because I didn't really see the timer. So I tried to have the clock right below my eye side. So I'm shifting it a little bit to the left and the right, closer to the hand. So normally look on the between thumb and pinky, but I can look slightly to the left and see what time it is. On skill work, it's always hard to look at the clock. I'm rather look at the right position and get a good set in, and get a roughly amount of time instead of the exact time. Not happy. Take a break. Let's try again. 2 minutes. doing that one that I don't want to do, looking at my phone in between and getting distracted. Might be helpful now because I want to clear my mind. Gonna do a break after this one. I just remembered, read it. Now we do on Friday like an attempt at block work up and down, right? So instead of left right, and I'm thinking next week is a good idea for that again. Probably Friday again. On Wednesdays I normally do beat up. Fridays normally, Wednesdays normally the day where I really focus just on the basics. Get a better set there. On Friday we are doing the basics, but we're a little bit more focused on the skill work already, and Sundays of course just skill work focus. Let's attempt another right set there. Still had too much weight on right, left. There's still a good set on fingertips. I had too much on the fingertips. And feel like they are getting lighter. Still feels heavy holding onto the floor there. Gonna do the setup for the wall and take a break for... Oh. Hey man, perfect timing for a break. Okay, well, now that somebody joined. Yeah, then you can watch me do the setup for the wall. There we go. I'll set up. Now I have to move the camera slightly. Be fine. Yeah, the table is slightly in the way here. So, are you doing any handstands? Or any other sports? No. Yeah. I'm a bit worried that I'd kick something today. We'll see. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move up to the blocks with a wall walk, go into a straddle, and then move left, right, and back again. And then we do a second set, starting from the other direction. Doesn't make that much difference there, because we're doing the same movement. All for preparation, because we're gonna move the blocks towards the middle there then, or I'm gonna move the blocks there and then do it in the middle. Let's do 30 more seconds. I'm well rested. I think I wanna do a rough 3 seconds hold, so at least go this far down that I don't have any weight on the arm and can move it. I don't wanna be falling towards the block. Off we go. The wall is just not good for that. You don't see it. You don't see it, but I have like a black board there and a shelf, and I kept on hitting on it. I really had to struggle to move my feet away from the wall, go down, and I don't honestly want to do that. Otherwise, I like the movement. It's a good warm up. A little bit better for the landing. I'm gonna refill really quick. I moved the blocks a little bit more towards the left side, yeah. But I probably will have the problem with the shelf up to the left or right from where I'm standing now. So we're gonna touch it with the feet and might put me out of the position a little bit, but I'm gonna try to keep it calm and go down sideways. Let's go second set. Weirdly enough, it was again the red side there. And now we're gonna attempt this same thing, freestanding. I'm facing the dilemma of I was going this way the whole day and now I'm going this way. Let's hope it doesn't matter today. It might still be a little bit off-putting. Getting the red distance on the big mat is a little bit harder. On the small mat I know, okay, 3 blocks on the mat, 1 on the edge, and 1 is right off the mat. That's normally the perfect distance for me. So which way I wanna start? I think we're gonna start left side, although it's better side today. So we're gonna go like from here towards the right. What? Wanna kick over? Always. I want to go from the higher blocks to the lower ones because it's a little bit easier than going the other way around. Take a little bit more of a break. The last exercise we're gonna do. Remove the clock. I'm just gonna use it for break time. Don't wanna look at it. There is no time I need to do. There's just a distance I have to do. How many blocks can I walk? That getting into the blocks instead of doing it on the floor might be a little bit more difficult. Definitely had that difficulty now. Completely bent in on the lower back and my legs were way over. I think I can still calmly collect myself again if it's just the legs that are behind like this, but if I'm like completely back with the hip to take a little bit of a rest again, then attempt again. A little bit more, a little bit too much with the legs. Let me take like a quick break and come back to it. And we're back. Try it again. It's so close. Could have tried to move on, but my left hand was not completely on the right place. It was a little bit more, instead of straight here, it was a little bit bended to the outside. Not the elbow, but the hand was a little bit rotated in the middle of the block. As the palm was left side. I think it was somewhere around here where this part was not on the block. I couldn't figure out how to get the blast. Like I couldn't lift it up again so that I get in a better position. We're gonna try one right side to left. Oh. doing like one block works. Doing more than one block doesn't really work. I would only count this the third block here if I have my second hand on the second block. That would be 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks. I'm gonna definitely jump up this way. I have to be careful about the mic, so I'm gonna rotate it out. Sorry. Hiccups. Okay, let's try one. Even though I only took 1 minute break. Just way too early. Didn't have enough weight on the outside. So then I already tried to go to the next block that is not lifting the hand and going to the next block. That's falling to the next block because I just I catched out there and tried to catch myself again. Gonna do a couple of seconds here before we attempt the next one. Should have enough energy. Just a matter of balance now. Don't really feel exhausted. Maybe a little bit on the right shoulder, but that's all. Now I did that what I don't want to do. 2 bad jump-ins. Hiccups. Let's do a little bit of a rest, because if I did try another one I would have gone somewhere else. Why do I have a hard time now? Like every time I try it, I'm overshooting with the hip. Maybe I should a little bit try to get into the straight line first and then go down to the straddle. I'm more doing of a instant straddle. I did that on the side bends too, where I barely got the feet together. Just got into kind of straight line and more of a baby straddle, and then already got down to the straddle. I think at one I just click the feet together and go down. Like, okay, that's enough. Yeah, it didn't look that bad actually. I mean, I had the hand on the block, but I didn't have a real grip on it. I was like just standing on the block, but I didn't feel like I could put the weight to the left side without losing it. Let's try one more left right and then hopefully one right left. A bit frustrating because I know it's only balance now. Same thing I did on right, did on left now. I can lift up the hand and go to the next block, but I'm a little bit too airborne on the side I bend it. That I'm not feeling like I can pull to the shift to the other side and go down there. You have to push, then back from the shoulder, but I have to be careful that I don't push myself to the side. I want to push up straight. Weirdly enough, I cannot bend sideways enough. I try to go too much to the side bend position. I feel like I'm losing it. There's a moment with the slide bend where I could move. Did one block so far. I want to do right again, then left again, right again probably. I'm gonna finish it for the day. I plan to do something for Instagram and I have to have a little bit of energy left. So let's do one ride to call it a day. Yeah, not working. We still had a good training, but time for a cooldown. A bit too low. So we're gonna squeeze in our arm and go sideways with the neck. Even though I said I'm gonna do handstands after that, I still wanna do the cooldown now. otherwise I'm probably not gonna have the motivation to do it again. I'm gonna try something weird. I have a feeling that it might take me more than one attempt till I reach. Into your elbow crease. Try to relax your neck there. Go down in the middle and a slight bend in your upper body. So try to breathe into your back here. Back out. I'm gonna do a rollout and or yeah, doing a straddle. You should know by now the drill. Last but not least, take my 2 block setup here and gonna hold a straddle. Well, 2 blocks first. Try to bring your hip forward and your belly button down to the floor. If you sit right on the edge, it's a little bit easier. Slowly gonna get down to 1 block here. Keep your knees engaged. Move your, point your feet a little bit back so you can open up a little bit more. And don't want to have your knees necessarily straight up in the air, it's rather a little bit more towards the back up. The floor, it's really hard for me to get a hip shift here. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. See you on Wednesday, second week. We'll try to improve again.